Boker Tov, we are continuing in Megilat Ruth. It's a few minutes, and we are in part of the story where Ruth goes to the field, and happens to be the field of Boaz, to collect. She was a poor lady, and she qualified as an ani to walk behind those that are harvesting, and if there was 2 or 1 stalks of wheat that fell on the floor, she was taking them. And Boaz comes and says, "Who's this lady?" And the worker that was in charge of all the sharecroppers said, "That's Ruth, the one who came with Naomi." And now this pasuk, Vatomer alaketana. Now this is Vatomer is a female talking, like Ruth talking, but Rashi says Beliba. It's the man talking to Boaz, the head worker talking to Boaz, but he's saying what Ruth said in her heart, so to speak. Vatomer alaketana. She said, "I'm going to go and gather the asafti ba'omarim." Here it's also to gather. Omarim is a bundle. Thank you. Because this is shikha, as we mentioned, poor people back in the day were able to get leket, which was 2 or 1 stalks of wheat that fell from the guy that's cutting the crop, or a bundle that was forgotten in the field. The owner can't go back; he's got to now leave it for the poor. So she says, "I'm going to gather leket, va'asafti ba'omarim, and to get the bundles, acharei kotzrim, behind those that are cutting it. Vatavo vata'amod." She came, meaning since she came from Moab, vata'amod, she was standing, me'az haboker ve'ad ata, from the morning until now. Ze shivta habayit me'at. She only was shivta, like shevet, like Shabbat. She only rested in the house a little bit. There was a little place to rest over there. So what's the point? And he's telling Boaz, who's this lady? This lady, from the moment she came from Moab, she right away, she told Naomi, "I'm going to go, we need food, we need to eat." And she went and collecting from the morning all the way till now. She rested a little bit. What's the point of him telling this to her? Him telling this to Boaz? Because again, Boaz lost his wife, unfortunately. He was single. And they saw this lady was a tsanua lady. And this man as well was trying to say, "I think she's for you. Look at her. She's an eshet chayil. She's not a lazy lady." The moment she came from Moab, her and her mother-in-law, poor ladies, right away she went on her way to go and collecting and going and taking care of the house. And now starts the conversation between Boaz and Ruth. He actually now goes over to her. Vayomer Boaz el Ruth. Boaz tells Ruth, "Halo shamat biti, al tilchi lilkot b'sadeh acher." Tells her, "I've heard about you, my daughter. Don't go and gather food in any other fields." Because again, poor people at the time could have gone to any field and gathered. So don't go to any other field. V'gam lo ta'avuri mizeh. Also, don't leave this field. And then Mepharshim explained, because Boaz was a wealthy man, he had other fields also. So the first thing is, don't go in a different field. So she might think, okay, I'll go to other Boaz field. And he says, no, v'gam lo ta'avuri mizeh. Don't leave this field. Anytime you need food, you come to this specific field. And also he said, you should know that in this other section of the field, you're in the area where the men are cutting. We mentioned this. There's also a section where the ladies are, and they're going to take care of you. Where my ladies, meaning the ladies that worked for him, and the ladies that... So she was a tsanua lady. She was a modest lady, Ruth. So he says, go hang out with the ladies over there, and they'll take care of you the food. Now, why is he being so nice to her? Why is he telling her, don't go anywhere else, stay here, etc.? And because the Gamavil explains, "Halosh shamat biti," didn't you hear, my daughter, is referring to when this man was talking to Boaz. Look, she's a eshet chayil, go for her, you're single now, etc. She heard, she was there. She says, "Don't you hear? They're trying to set us up. So stay here. Let's stick around. Anytime you need anything, come to this field. They're trying to set us up. Maybe things are going to happen." Now, in the meantime, Boaz wanted to look into her and see, because also if she was related to Elimelech and Naomi, maybe again this is concept of yibum, not a real yibum, but the closest family member should marry her, and that's where we're going to see that Boaz reaches out to her uncle, which is a Ploni Almoni, which is the closest, and then he doesn't want, and then he's in line to kind of take her. So therefore he says, stay here, don't go anywhere. One more pasuk. Enayich basadeh asher yiktzorun, keep your eyes on the field that you're cutting in. Ve'alach acharehen, with a noon, go after them, which is the girls, stay with them. Halot tziviti et hane'arim levilti nog'ech. I commanded all the men here not to touch you. Don't worry. You're a modest lady. No one's going to mess with you. Vitzamit, and if you're thirsty, ve'halach el hakelim, go to the vessels. V'shatit me'asher yishavur hane'arim, and drink from where the men drew from. The men, they were the ones that drew the water, the stronger ones. They drew the water. Don't be. You're a very modest lady. Therefore, he comes to tell her. Rashi says, because of her tzniut, she would have gone the whole day without drinking. She says, you're a tzanua, a modest lady. Go, even though it's where the men drew from, they're the ones that draw the water. Go over there. I already commanded them not to touch you, not to bother you. You need a drink. You go over there and take care of yourself. And then we're going to see tomorrow, Ruth, like she falls on her face. She's like, why are you being so good to me? I'm like a stranger here. Like, what's going on over here? We're going to see, Bezrat Hashem, tomorrow, the continuous conversation of Ruth and Boaz. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen ve'amen. Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai Omer, רצה הקדוש ברוך הוא לזכות את ישעיה חיברה לתורתו שנאמר, אדוני חפץ למען צדקו, יגדיל תורה וידיר.